Okay, so in this quick demo, I'm in the back lot in the studio. A little bit messy back here, is where I keep all my props and my gear and things like that. Um, but this is the best place for me to get some nice work done. This is my laboratory. And what I'm demoing today is this hack slash process that I'm kind of experimenting with for creating really quick storyboards. Uh, I'm kind of I don't like a lot of the storyboarding software out there, and I hate just kind of not having a good reference to work with. And I think I'm I also like the idea of building some kind of rotoscoping system. So what I put together is a little bit of a hack job, and it's not complete yet, as there's still a few tweaks to do. And what you're looking at is basically the basic camera system that comes with Windows. And we're gonna basically draw a quick storyboard shot here. And the cool thing is that we can use it on any kind of software like Photoshop or Flash or whatever, or even like a Toon Boom storyboard if you want to use something like that. But it would get you like some really quick sketch work that's somewhat realistic. You know, if you can get yourself a couple of buddies to help you out with the acting portion of it, you can pretty much get some really quick stuff done. All right, so let me show you how this works. So I'm gonna select a quick like storyboard pose, and I'm gonna give it 5 seconds to take the picture. Okay, I think it took it. Oh no, it did not. All right, so I have to hit the capture button. So let's try it again. All right, and now we're gonna pretend we're the other character. And kind of take it. We'll have 5 seconds. Just kind of frame myself. All right, so we're gonna go back to our first picture here, and let's see if we can switch. And now we're gonna switch to Flash, which is my main drawing program. And we bring in the under layer. So now, bring in my little stool here so I can draw. Now I can just quickly rough out this character. Grab the brush here. Oops. Zoom. F4. And hide that again. So we have, we basically just have something to work with that's a little bit more like a reference based, you know. And it doesn't really take that long to rotoscope. And if you can get like stand-ins that look like the actors that are going to be used on your storyboard, the quality would be a little bit more better, I guess. And I mean, these are storyboards, so you don't have to worry about being perfect, but you are using live reference models. To get the initial base. Okay. So there is our first character right there. And let's see. Add a few of these wrinkles here. Now, some of the practical uses for this also in rotoscoping. So if you have a footage of the film that you're doing, I guess the idea would be to come up with some kind of controller so that you can advance frame by frame while you're projecting it onto your drawing software, so you can digitally rotoscope it. Other than that, you know, one of the other things I was thinking about is using an actual projector and doing it like the old school rotoscoping systems where they get rear projection set up. Okay, so this is set up. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna convert it into a symbol. So now I can take this, just kind of move it any way I want, right? So maybe I'll just tweak it to be over here on this side of the screen. And let's get our next drawing. Let's see here. And we're going to switch to this guy. And we'll start drawing. And maybe this is a different actor. We'll give him a different nose. Maybe make him a little thinner. Maybe he's an alien, I don't know. You know, you emphasize or you embellish whatever needs to be embellished. And the purpose of this is not to be like perfect with your drawings, right? So the purpose is just to lay down some base artwork so that it plays out, you know, for storyboarding purposes. It's not supposed to be all that perfect, you know, it's supposed to look rough. So I'm thinking there could be many applications for something like this, but it definitely helps you get like a fairly decent human anatomy. Reference there for you to work on. And if you're like me, or you are not a very fast illustrator, basically this type of thing definitely helps speed things along. I don't know what I'm drawing at this point. Maybe a tie. So we have a pretty decent little reference here. And we're going to grab that and turn that into its own symbol so we can mess around with it. And so now we start laying out our our panel. So we got our reference. Let's see here. Okay. So at this point, I mean, and you could just I guess you could just leave these alone until you're ready for the final like layout and stuff. But you know, once you get all your images captured or whatever, it's really easy to just kind of rotoscope your way into creating some pretty decent storyboards. And you can always like play around with different styles, I suppose. Um, let's see here. You know, just kind of paint underneath it. It depends on how detailed you want your storyboards to be. But this kind of technique, you know, it could lead to some kind of better and faster storyboard production. Of course, you can do all this yourself if you time the drawings and the poses and stuff the way you want them. Just give yourself enough time to pose into the camera, set up your camera properly, maybe get some decent lighting, set up a work area for yourself. Um, or get yourself some buddies to come and pose for you. Let's see. These things don't have to be perfect. They're just storyboard artwork. But yeah, as you can see, this could lead to so many possibilities. And if I suppose that if you take your time with it, or if you have video footage, you can easily use this particular technique to rotoscope stuff live, or have a video camera and just kind of grab real live poses and stuff. Um, if you have it set up with your laptop, you can always take it, you know, to the location that you want to do, so you can kind of manually rotoscope the environments that you're going to be taping, using in your I guess animated films or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of little possibilities that you can do for this, but hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. I mean, it's a little convoluted, or you know, kind of like how to actually get this done. But if you're really interested in it, just hit me up. I guess I can always write a tutorial later on once I finish polishing up the procedure, you know, the workflow. Right now it's still a little rough, but it's kind of getting there. I just wanted to kind of share that with the public. All right, thanks.